welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Wanderer Bay. If you've been following my Malaysia series, you know that this country is full of breathtaking sights. From the stunning beaches of Langkawi to the vibrant streets of Kuala Lumpur, KL, Malaysia has so much to offer. So during our trip, we stayed at this beautiful property which is Resorts World Langkawi. As compared to other properties, it's pretty economical as well, I would say. And if you haven't checked out my video on that yet, like this resort, please make sure you watch it for a complete review of our stay. I'm tagging it just above here. Also, don't forget to check out my Malaysia playlist where I have covered everything from Langkawi's beaches to some of the adventure spots and Kilim Geo Forest and Kuala Lumpur's top attractions in shorts and longer videos. So I'm tagging it here above. So today, now we have started our journey. Today we are diving into the most exciting experience in Langkawi, which is island hopping. I always, whosoever calls me, my friends or my acquaintances who need help related to Langkawi or maybe Malaysia, I always tell them to go for island hopping. It's an experience. I just loved it. So it was too sunny and suddenly it started pouring. So the weather is mostly like Mumbai weather. If you've been to Mumbai, so it's almost similar. I'm not saying from the humidity perspective, but from the perspective that it can rain any point of time. And it rains cats and dogs. So yes, anyone can get drenched. So we just took a shelter for a couple of minutes here and now we're starting with a boat ride. So as I say, it's a must to do when you're here, and trust me, it's worth dedicating a full day to explore these beautiful islands. We started our journey from here, which is Chenang Beach, where our boat was waiting to take us on an unforgettable adventure. So again, here we took that grab cab. They dropped us here. Now we are walking towards the beach, and we've already settled today's trip with a vendor. So we're just going to meet him, and then we'll just enjoy our island hopping, and we'll show you what all we did. So Chenang Beach is one of the main beaches in Langkawi. So you have plenty of options of eating joints, from Indian to Malaysian to Thai food, Chinese. You get almost everything here. So our first stop was Dayang Banting. I hope I'm just pronouncing it correct. It is one of the most famous islands in Langkawi. The name translates to Island of Pregnant Maiden. Yeah, because from a distance, the hill of the island resembles a reclining pregnant woman. But what makes the island truly special is the fresh water lake hidden inside, and I'll show it where we did our kayaking.
भैया पानी कितना उछल रहा है यार कितनी सुंदर है ना कितनी सुंदर मछली.
So we've reached our first stop, and to reach that particular lake, what I was telling you before, we had to walk through a short jungle trail. The moment we arrived, the view was absolutely mesmerizing. As you can see, my camera is shaking a bit because this video I've taken in a vertical format, so that is why. Okay, so it's a huge lake surrounded by towering limestone cliffs and dense forests. Many believe the water has mystical properties that bless women with fertility. But whether or not you believe in the legend, this place is undeniably peaceful and beautiful. So one of the highlights of our trip was kayaking in the open waters. This is that hidden lake. How beautiful it is. I cannot. Maybe the camera is also not capturing the beauty properly. It is so mesmerizing and beautiful.
पूरा पानी मेरे ऊपर ही डाल दो। अरे उधर ले चलना, इधर इधर पेडल करो। हाँ, घुमाना है तुम्हें। वेरी नाइस, घुमाओ घुमाओ घुमाओ।
अरे जा रहे हो क्या?
The water was so clear that we could see small fish swimming beneath the kayaks. And we are almost done with kayaking. Now we'll head towards the second stop. Actually, this is not for the first time I'm sitting in a speedboat, but believe you me, ऐसा लग रहा है कि कुछ तूफानी हम कर रहे हैं. Literally, it was fun and it was slightly scary as well because it was moving too much. So we've almost reached the second spot, which is a non-commercial beach, very quiet. You can see those there, that pathway. We have to go from there, but before that we have just stopped for wildlife spotting, eagles and seagull feeding. So we took actually two turns because in the first one when we stopped here, it did not come, the seagulls did not come. So now yeah, he is somehow, this is the way they call seagull. And there was one who literally picked the fish. So the fishes he was collecting, see the one, the fishes he was collecting earlier was to feed the seagulls. And look at the beauty.
आ रहे हैं ये लो इससे भी खींचना। आ रहे हैं आ गए जल्दी जल्दी डाल। ये ईगल है वाइट कलर का। ओ माय गुडनेस, वाओ,
Watching majestic eagles soar above the water and dive down to catch fish was absolutely mesmerizing. See how beautiful it is. The way they glide effortlessly through the sky in just a sight to behold. Not just eagles, but we also got to experience seagull feeding. It was amazing to watch these birds gather around our boat. And yes, no artificial feeding, just birds in their own habitat, thriving and interacting with the environment. Langkawi is actually named after these birds. The word Lang comes from Helang, which means eagle in Malaya. And Kavi refers to a reddish brown color. So Langkavi literally means the land of reddish brown eagle. Yeah. So if you love wildlife photography or just enjoy watching nature at its best, this part of our tour is a real treat. So now we are about to reach our third and the final stop, which is Pulau Beras Pasa. I don't have typed it. I will, like in India we say it Pulau, so I don't know how to pronounce it. I've checked it, but I'm not finding anything which is very relevant. Okay, so this is our final stop for the day, and it's a stunning island with powdery white sand and turquoise blue water. You can see it. It was so beautiful. Like, I have never seen such a clean beach anywhere except Mauritius. Yes, in Mauritius it was, that's another paradise altogether. Yeah, so this place is actually perfect for swimming or snorkeling or just to relax under the shade of a coconut tree or these branches. Yeah. Since we had a full day for this trip, we spent a good amount of time here, just lying on the beach, soaking in the sun, and enjoying the peaceful sound of the waves. My husband even collected so many things from here. So, which you'll see in a while, what is he doing. So the island had a few local stalls selling snacks on the other side. Yeah, so from the pathway, if you're coming on the right hand side, we are sitting exactly on the right hand side. On the left hand side, there were very small stall, one or two. So this is completely non-commercial beach, and I saw hardly 2 or 3 people on this side. So we prefer, this is me being fat and clicking pictures, enjoying my life the way it is. I am unable to actually lose weight. So the best way to end an island hopping trip is by simply appreciating the raw beauty of nature. Okay, so before I tell you about the pricing of the speedboat, let me quickly tell you that if you're planning a trip to Malaysia, make sure to check out my Malaysia playlist. Obviously, I have to promote it. Who else will do it on my behalf? Where I've covered everything from Langkawi to Kuala Lumpur and beyond. So we planned this trip in the month of August. It was a very decent weather, and I totally enjoyed this trip. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more travel related videos. I also put local videos on the same channel. Okay, so coming back to the pricing of the boat, this is a private boat tour. They call it as Golden Eagle Langkawi, where they offer a 4-hour private boat tour visiting 3 islands. Okay, all the adventures are excluded. We just have the boat for those many hours, and though the boat was with us for 5.5 hours, and they did not charge anything extra. So 1 hour, 1.5 hour is manageable, especially if you're going in off season or when the crowd is slightly less. So the departure point is generally Chenang Beach, but since we were staying at the resort, which was at the seashore, so the pick and drop was done from there. So for this full tour, we paid rupees 350, and the boat price varies from 300 to 500 in between, depending upon how many people are traveling and for how many hours you're staying. So the boat price I told you is in RM, which is Malaysian ringgit.